All right, let's take a look at the process we go through if we're a regularly scheduled adorer and we need to find a substitute. And as a regularly scheduled adorer, everybody will receive email reminder 24 hours before they're scheduled to sign in. And with that email, there'll be a link that if you need a request, you can click on that, and it'll also give you a password that you'll need to get into the Find a Sub request page. But you don't need to wait until 24 hours before you need one. If you know, again, that you're going to be needing a substitute, you can request a substitute anytime. You just go to the same page. Again, this is the same one that we do everything from. And just for an example, let's say I know I'm going to be gone 2 weeks from now when I'm supposed to have my hour, so I need somebody to fill in. Well, I go right to this page. I click on Find the Sub. And I will need to enter a password, and this one, you'll have this password in an email that will have been previously sent, and I'm going to fill it in now, but you won't see it on your screen. I'm going to blur it out for privacy reasons. But once I enter the email or the password, this screen will pop up, and you get a couple different choices. The first one is really the fastest and the easiest. It's the automatic sub request. If I click on that, and let's say again my name is Ezekiel Prophet, Easy, and last name Prophet, and my email address is ezekiel.prophet333@gmail.com. And the date the sub is needed, let's say I know my spot is on Thursdays at 5 p.m. from what I previously committed to, and I know I'm going to be gone April 8th, so I will select April 8th. And the time, my time is 5 o'clock, and that's all I need to do. And if I clicked on this sub request right now, everybody that's in the Adoration program, both permanent adorers and people who have signed up for substitutes, will get an email that says that somebody named Ezekiel Prophet on April 8th is looking for somebody to take his spot, his hour at 5 p.m. And just a little comment on the fact that we have everybody in the system will get this notice. Even if you have not signed up as a substitute, we have a lot of people that are in the Adoration program that they would be willing to take another spot if it was convenient for them. If that hour worked out, if they were available, they would be more than happy to take that hour for somebody else. And let's face it, everybody in the Adoration program, we're like one big family. And if we can do something that helps somebody else out, if we can do it, we're very willing to do it. And so everybody is on as a possible sub. And if you're not available, just ignore the email. That's all you need to do. Now, because I've waited too long, we're going to have to go back and do this process again. So put in the password, log in, and the auto request for it. Now, I'm not going to fill all this out now like I did before, but again, if I were to click on this send sub request, everybody in the system would do it. And if whoever decides that they can take that sub request, they'll respond to that favorably and basically say, yes, I will do it. They'll receive a confirmation, a thank you email. The person sending out the email request, in this case it would be Ezekiel Prophet, would receive an email saying that his hour has been taken. The people in the admin part of this program will also receive notifications, so they know that that hour is filled. And let's say somebody else decides they would take that hour too. When they click on that link to volunteer to take that hour, they'll get a pop-up message that'll immediately appear thanking them, but that hour has already been taken by someone else. And just to show you how fast the system is, I was doing a earlier version of this video, and I actually did the whole process, and I thought the settings were turned off on sending emails out, so I clicked on the send sub request, and which actually went out to everybody in the system. So you probably saw that from Ezekiel Prophet, wondered who that was. Well, within 3 minutes of that going out, somebody had already filled that request, and of course I had to get a hold of them and say this was a test. But it actually turned out to be a very good thing to happen because it proves how fast and efficient this program and the system of finding a sub really is. So let's go back. That's one way that you can find a sub. Let's look at another way. Again, you would get to this screen where you have to fill out a password. Log into that. And now we can, the other choice besides an automatic sub is manually find a substitute from a list that we have of the adorers that are in the program. Now again, you have to have a password to get into this program. It does have people's email addresses and cell phone numbers, but the people within the program are the only ones that have that password, and this is used strictly for people that want to be able to find a sub. Let's say I have a friend that usually takes my spot, and I don't have his email address. I can go right to this page, and for example, I know as Ezekiel Prophet, I happen to have a brother named Samuel Prophet, who's somebody else that I created for this demonstration video. And if I go down right here, Samuel Prophet, if I clicked on Samuel Prophet, I will automatically have an email page come up with his address on it, and it's all ready for me to send him a request. And then it's just a conversation between him and I, if he can fill that hour or not. So going back to the Adorer page, that's all you need to do as a substitute. It's a very fast, very easy system. And with just a few minutes ago, we have proof that it is lightning fast. And I think it's going to be a lot easier for the volunteers that are in this program who have previously spent a lot of time trying to find substitutes for people when something comes up. And it's going to be a lot easier on you as the adorers that are in the program. And the other thing it's going to do is we have so many people that, again, are willing to take an hour for somebody else if they just knew about it. Well, with this program, everybody will know about it, and with that great family that we have as part of the Adoration program, those hours I think are going to be filled pretty quick.